got 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Bell, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. You.
On 1st and 10, Darnold toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The All-Pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Throwing again is Darnold. Open man is Ross, complete. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. No move for the field goal unit. They're going to go here with 5 seconds left. Here's Darnold, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Quincy Enunwa. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets will extend their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Well, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
We got this.
So we reach half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
Let's go. Let's do it.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. It's Ross. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On first down, this is Adams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. This one caught by Crowder. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now Newton. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Pass interference.
Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Got the connection here to Bourne. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Mike. Step 180. Mike.
I got him.
Out of the pistol, McCaffrey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Here's Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Boom! Sack, baby! Sack!
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1, and, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Newton. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And New York set to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Given 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Once more, Adams on first down. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
From the 30 on second down, Darnold, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win, obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.